내가요? 오케이. 하나, 둘, 셋.
I'm sorry, I have a question. I have one more question. What camera do you
Don't
want us
start
to look
interrupting. We barely even
at? I
started.
know, but what, you want us to look at that camera? Okay. Are we supposed to look forward or back?
Hello.
Hi, I'm Liz, and I'm doing an internship in Global E&S.
Hi. I'm Ketia. I'm doing an internship with Global E&S, and it's been about 2 months, going 3. I'm from Georgia, from the University, United States of America, from the University of North Georgia, and yeah.
I'm from Virginia. I lived in Korea when I was younger. My father was in the military, so we ended up moving here and staying here for about 4 years. So a large part of my life was spent here, so kind of left part of my heart here too.
I just wanted to get out of my house. I guess that's how I started. I wanted to just be outside of my house for a little while. But then I also wanted to go abroad, and I wanted to have an internship, and I wanted to go to Korea. So when I found out that our university was doing abroad programs, internship program in Korea, and so I decided to take it.
I was in Korea when Gangnam Style came out. So that was a large fill of the K-pop for my entire life.
Can you do a little dance on Gangnam Style?
Okay, let's see. I can't remember the whole thing. I just remember the one part. Like, what is it? Appropriate? Like, what is it? Something like this. What is it? Something like this, right? I forget exactly. It's something like this. They used to have the
Oppa
competitions,
Gangnam
right?
Style. Hey,
Oppa Gangnam Style.
hey, you gotta do the hand. You gotta do the hand like this. Is the lady ho 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 ho?
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Okay.
Okay, how about you, Ketia?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
No, I'm really interested in
Yes, very. I liked Strong Women, Debongsun, and yeah, I watched too many to name them. I would say something I noticed, definitely people just living their stuff everywhere. It doesn't even matter. Some people left like a whole, I think it was a purse or a bag full of things inside on their bike outside of the restaurant they were going into. And I thought that was really, really strange. If it was in the States, it'd probably be gone, I think.
Yeah, they'll just like leave their phones there.
Phone, wallet, computer, purse, you name it. No one's gonna take it.
The biggest thing for me probably was just that I didn't understand the language.
It was just one thing that I was very unfamiliar with, which was riding the subway. Using the subway, especially in the morning during rush hour, that was my shock. It was just, everyone just like, it's like sardines in a little thing, you know, like everyone just too close, and like no one is really saying sorry to anyone. That was strange to me. So I'm used to, like, if I do something small, I always say sorry, or I say thank you and things like that. But then people just don't do that here.
or excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. No one really does. They like just push each other like in the shoulder. That was the only like shock that I had at all. And like I'll push someone and be like sorry, and then someone pushes the other person. I don't hear anything or any complaints either. So that was really surprising to me. I'm like, well, I get to, it's a thing here. Nobody really cares.
I haven't had anything, I haven't seen anything yet where it's like, no, I won't try that. I've tried to live by the motto that I will try anything once. I mean, I ate like baby octopus that was still kind of moving, but my favorite thing is samgyeopsal. Samgyeopsal.
For me, but one thing I don't think I want to try is the moving thing, the white ones. You know? And I heard that it sucks or something. I don't know. It just seems so scary. I think one of my favorites that I can name right now is kimchi jjigae. I do like spicy food. I'm not a big fan of soup, but if it's mixed with spice, then it's bearable. I think it's good.
Have you guys had any pork beef or chicken beef?
I'm going to try that on Monday night.
I don't know if I've tried those.
Yeah, that's chicken feet, right? Yeah, it looks delicious.
Oh, you like slice it up all nice. What's wrong with that?
That actually looks good. That actually looks pretty good.
I really liked when we went to the palaces. The palaces are really cool. And like the traditional, but not hanbok, but the houses. Hanguk. Hanok. Okay, Hanok village, the traditional houses. That was really cool. But also, Seoul Tower is super cool. There's lots of things you can do because you can walk around on the trails. They kind of have trails going over to the mountain. You can ride the sky tram thing. You can also take a bus. The sky tram thing is cool though. And then you go up and then you get to see all of Seoul. And it's super awesome. So I would recommend.
I think Lotte Tower is cooler. The water, the sea, the ocean, the river.
Oh, the hot river.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, it was a river.
So it
I was-
wasn't seen.
yes,
Oh.
I think that's the best thing. And just walking around the city really is really nice.
Yeah, just walking around is really cool.
I guess I can go first. One story is I was trying to go to a karaoke and I didn't really know. It was my first time going to karaoke here or ever. So I saw there was one karaoke down my hotel and I went inside. It was like super dark and kind of shady, but then I'm like, ooh, the singing vibes, you know? And it was nighttime, so I was like, okay. So I went there. There was a man and he was like, oh, this is not just a singing place. He kept telling me that in Korean. I'm like, and then he kept repeating. I'm like, okay, maybe he means that it's something serious here. So I got out of there and I noticed that there's a lot of shady norebangs. I'm not. Don't laugh. It was really kind of disturbing because I went to something like that twice. That's when I learned my lesson. I asked the locals. I'm like, okay, which karaoke's can I actually go to? So they told me the coin norebangs are better. And if it's like really flashy and it has hearts, don't go there, people.
I don't know. It was just like exploring all the different places. It's fun.
Also, just spending time with people and laughing and talking and yeah.
Aren't you guys supposed to mention me when you're talking about the most fun you guys had?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Liz, especially you, all those Korean words of the day, all those surprises you presented.
That was pretty fun. Aiden is a very fun supervisor.
That's where I was getting at.
All
And
right,
then
so
you
you're
cut me
building it
off.
up.
I
Okay.
was.
Did you?
With Aiden especially, he's really fun.
Okay.
My school was offering a program abroad, which was an internship abroad through another, well, it was just a program. And so they applied for me to Global E&S and Global E&S interviewed me.
I applied also through my school, but it was like my last semester, and like toward the end of like my second to last semester, I suddenly realized I could go back to Korea. We have a study abroad program. I should check that out. So I did, and they were like, yeah, this next semester is the last semester that you could do that. I just applied. I got all the numerous paperworks in, and I applied to an organization through my school, and then they contacted Global E&S, and I got interned, same as Ketsia, and then I ended up here.
If you're a university student and you're looking for internship opportunities, I'll say definitely find it in Korea if you're interested in the Korean culture.
Mostly, we did do some strategy and some planning and some other things, but mostly I personally was running the TikTok account for well, we changed the name, like, but for Global E&S, that was my main responsibility. Although there was a couple other little things.
I mainly took care of Instagram, and I did a little bit of translation from Korean to English.
Specifically, personally me.
I like how you said that now that it's the end, like, because we can just walk out the door and leave after this. No, you were great. You were fun. You were good. Everybody was really nice and welcoming.
The coworkers were lovely. Lovely. I can't even start to express how much I loved every single one of them. Like, I wish I could stay here, but I can't. They were really, really sweet and very kind, very welcoming, they give me so much warmth, so much, I don't know, so much memories just by looking at them. It's like, man.
She was like a social butterfly. She made friends with everyone. I'm over here in the corner just being like, oh, everyone's so nice. And she's like, hey, girl.
And she's...
But even though I didn't really know very much Korean, like, at all, I'm basically only comfortable with hello and thank you. Yeah, but I really don't know that much Korean. But even though I didn't know that much Korean, I really didn't have a problem.
If you don't know a lot of Korean, or you know a little bit, you should still come. Because a lot of people at the company actually speak English, like Aiden, Shinsong, and Irim, and everybody. I mean, not everybody, but like most of them speak English, so you'll be comfortable anyway. So yeah. Sleep.
Get some or get dinner, get some nice Korean food, or
Technically, I sleep a lot later than I would like, but I still kind of go sleep, or I go for a walk a little bit.
I would definitely recommend, especially if you're in Seoul. If you do internship somewhere in Seoul, just walk around. Like, it's just cool. Like, even just for a few minutes after work, or go like a slightly different way back, or, you know, whatever. Just kind of walk around a little bit. It doesn't take that much more time, but it kind of is a really cool experience. I think working with people that have like different backgrounds than you, kind of different points of view and different ways of looking at the world. I think that, you can find that in almost any work environment, but I think coming here, at least for me, there was definitely a lot of people that had very different thinking than me, very different lifestyles than me. So I think it was a really good experience to be able to work with them and make friends with them, and all that kind of stuff. Just a good life experience, I think.
I think I learned a lot by like watching my coworkers. They work so hard. A little too hard.
Tell that to my boss.
I hope he doesn't hear this though. But yeah, they work really hard, and they have a very strong teamwork, which I really, really like. They are great leaders within themselves, not just the big leaders, but also like the small leaders under the big leaders. I want to be a leader when I grow up. Am I too old to say that?
You are not.
When I grow up, I want to be a great leader. Anyways, yeah, just watching them really, it kind of inspires me. Like, this is kind of how I need to be a leader. I have to be able to listen. It's debatable.
There's a lot of really good cheap stuff, or especially the subway, malls. I guess whatever you.
Underground mall.
Yeah, the underground malls they're usually connected to like subway stations, or sometimes they kind of look like they're subway stations, and you go down into them. They often have very similar things to the really fancy shops that are on the main roads, but much cheaper.
And something else I was going to mention, food. There are cheaper food. Less expensive is like ranging from $7 to $10. And the medium is like 11 to like 15. And then there's more like 18 to like
you said, it was $5 to $7 for cheap, but I really think you can get for a lot less, because it's just depending on what you want to eat. Here, like in the convenience stores and stuff, you can buy ramen, you can buy like sausage and stick it in the ramen. We did like a food video on that, and like that was less than, that was really cheap, to do. It just kind of depends on how much you want to spend. But one thing I will say, you definitely use paper money a lot more. So I would definitely recommend coming in with some Korean won, because you will, a lot of like the street vendors, the T-money cards, all that kind of thing.
Bring in cash. I brought $200, and towards the end right now, I'm actually going short probably because of Notre Dames. That's what happened. Karaoke's ate a lot of my cash that I had, but try to bring at least $400 just to be safe. $400, bring $400, and you can always change $200 when you get here, or you can bring it in. Up to you.
No,
for 3 months. Yes, for 3 months. Yeah, 400 or 300.
Yeah.
I
would say that's a good range. Just cash. Like, we're talking about just physical cash, not actual money.
Just overall.
You'll need more money than $300 to $400, but like actual physical cash would probably be good to have on hand just for random experiences.
Sorry, that really was confusing.
Just physical cash. Just keep in mind you'll probably need about that amount for 3 months, depending on how much you need. But yeah, you'll need a little more money than that.
For a month, I spent about $200. That was the first month before I started going places and buying stuff. The second month, I think I went a little overboard. I'm sure my mom's gonna get on me for that. Maybe I spent like $400 to $300 the second month. So we're going towards the third month right now. I think I'm probably just gonna spend $200 more. Yeah, so it just kind of accumulates.
But all our housing is paid for already.
Yeah, the housing, of course, it was into the program. That was already paid for. Cash, I'm sorry, that was a little kind of confusing. Just cash. I'm not saying that you're gonna do everything with just the $400. It's just the extra for change it for the T-money cards. For the underground mall, they use cash a lot, and you're gonna get discounts if you use cash sometimes.
Near Insadong. Insadong is really cool. Definitely visit Insadong.
Yes, it's very lively with a lot of foreigners. There's a lot of restaurants around and a lot of hotels too. So if you're looking for Insadong hotels, there's plenty. Myeongdong is also, I think, a good area. It has a lot of touristic places. Just walking around is really nice. Yeah, I've been to Hongdae.
Where is Hongdae?
It's a place.
Is it just is it like shopping, or just like has something cool?
It's almost like Insadong, but there's a lot of
okay.
shopping.
Okay, so it's like a shopping. Yeah, there's definitely lots of shopping in Seoul. Like if you want to shop, Seoul is your place.
But yeah, Hongdae is pretty popular. A lot of people. It's definitely a good place to go around. There's a lot of clothes and a lot of accessories and stuff like that to buy. I didn't explore for that long. I didn't get too deep into it. I was just kind of walking around with my friend. But yeah, definitely check it out. Itaewon, I haven't been. I don't know if I should. I heard there's too many people there. I don't know if I want to go there, so I'll think about it.
Oh, 10 out of 10. I'm definitely coming back to Korea. Yeah, and it was a really nice, and it was a really good company to internship for too. Like some of the other internships, like because we kind of came as a group. There was kind of a group of us going to different companies, and so I think we definitely got a long straw. we got a good pick. So this was a really good company to internship for. So yes, it was really fun, and I'm sad to go. I'm sad to leave you, Aiden.
Don't try to make me cry.
I'll be sad later. I'm trying not to be so sad because I feel bad because Aiden was like already so sad.
I think he's pretending. But overall, it's been great. When I got here, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not as bad. And then the more I got to meet people, the more attached I got. And now it's really, really hard to say goodbye. Sometimes I just randomly feel like crying, and sometimes I feel like emotional, and it's awful that I had to leave. But overall, everything was just great. Everyone was so supportive, very caring and kind and welcoming. It's been a fun experience. It's been very nice. So if you're looking for an company to intern with, definitely intern with Global E&S. And I'm just not saying it because I'm biased. Okay, maybe I am biased, but it's a great company to fall into, because I mean, some people actually end up with other companies and they are not as happy. And with this company, I was very happy, and now I'm getting a little emotional. I might end up crying. So I'm just gonna stop talking. Aiden, thank you so much for taking good care of us. Tiffany, thank you so much. Sunny, thank you so much. Bye. Hello, bye bye.
Guys.
Why don't you sing this song?
We go here, Ash.
Yo.